yesterday we discussed about the some of the the softwares and some of the stuff we discussed about the installation things we discussed it. So before we go ahead and start the SAP installations, so we have to discuss about the some of the technical words in the SAP. So technical terms, some of the technical terms, technical words, right? Why? Because every day, daily in our classes and in the real time when the SAP world, we will discuss about these technical terms. So that time you are familiar with the what we are going to discuss and all those things here, what we are talking and everything, right? So that's the reason. So before we entering into the SAP, these things are very important here. Technical naming, technical norms or technical terms, naming conventions and everything here, right? So here, the first one, we will call it as the computer name, right? Application server name, computer name, application server name, DB server name, so SID and DB SID, database SID, then instance number, right? Instance number and host name, network, right? And also the softwares means already everybody knows softwares, right? So then SAP, SMP, service marketplace, SAP, ERP. So these are all the normal technical terms. System, server, SAP logon pad, SAP the logon pad, right? SAP MMC, SAP MMC, putty. So these are the browsers. Maybe everybody knows about this one, right? So browsers and so yeah, browsers, what is the RAM, what is space, what is storage, what is disk, so what is network, so what is, so this thing command prompt, what is mean the command prompt. So these are the some technical terms from starting of the class onwards to ending of the class. We will always, when we are talking in the SAP classes, so we will get these words. So that time you should know what is this all about here. So the computer name means here your server name, your Windows operating system name, your operating system name here, right? Computer name means your PC name, your name, right? We have a name, right? Same as like when you are installing the operating system, you see there is a name. For Windows, if you go to the properties, this PC properties, you see the name of the Windows is computer name is the SAP Windows 2. This operating system name is the SAP Windows 2. What is the version of the, what is the your OS version? Windows Server 2012 R2. How much RAM we have? This is the one. What is the processor we have? Intel Xenon, right? So like this, if someone asking you, so can you tell me your Windows specifications means, normally we will go to the properties, we will get the all the details, right? We will get the all the details here. So like that, so computer name or server name, computer name or the server name, both are same, specific to the your operating system name, specific to the your operating system name here, right? So what is mean by application server name? Application server name. So when you install the SAP application on this operating system, so on this in the operating system, so in this operating system, suppose example, so this is your operating system, right? So this is your operating system. In this operating system, if you install the SAP application here, then that is called the application server name. What is your application server name means? Same OS name is called the application server name. If you don't install anything, this is the computer name. If you install the SAP on this one, what is your application server name means? This host name, this computer name is called the, so this all are the synonyms. So depends upon the situation, we will call like this here: application server name, computer name, server name, host name, all are same words, same category. Okay, same category here. So here DB server name means In the same operating system, if you install the database, that server name is called the DB server name. DB name, DB server name, DB name, application server name, SAP name, SAP server name. Means if you install the SAP, that is called the SAP server name. If you install the DB, that is called the DB server name. So here the main thing is which you should know about the SID here. SID is a simply SAP identification, system identification purpose. We have to give the SID. Suppose you are going to install the one SAP system, right? You are installing, I am installing, some other persons also installing, right? You are installing, all are installing the SAP systems, right? So, so how can we recognize what is the exact system names and everything, right? How can we call it as? Suppose like example, when the baby borns, we will give the one name, right? So like for the born babies, how we are giving the naming convention, naming ceremony, how we are doing. Same way, when you are installing the SAP system, we have to provide the SID. SID means system identification to identify the systems, right? So here in SAP, we have to provide the same name that we will call it as the SID. The SID name is, its name should be 3 alpha numeric, 2 alpha numeric characters. 3 alpha numeric characters we have to give it to the, while giving the naming, while giving the name to SAP here. So that's why we will call it as the, so we will call it as the, so 3 alpha numeric characters here. So suppose you are installing the ECC, then ECD development, EC quality, EC production, EC regression, ECS or ABC or ABD, something like that. The first letter should be letter character. It should not be a like one AB, right? One BC or one letter should not come, and also there should not be any. So only alpha numeric characters, not like that special characters. Okay, alpha numeric characters here. In this way, what is the SID? What is the SAP system you are working? ABC. What is the I am working? So XYZ. What is you are working? ECD. So something like that. There is a one naming convention. There is a one naming we are telling to the others, or to connect to the SAP system. We have to use this SID. We have to use this SID. We have to use this SID for the naming convention purpose. 3 alpha numeric characters here. Okay. So this is the 3 alpha numeric characters. Same as like DBSID also. SAP SID, DB SID, both are same. SID means, in SAP level, SID means system identification. To identify the system, in the network, so we have to provide the SID. Okay, 3 alpha numeric characters we have to tell. Right? So instance number. Okay, naming convention you have given, but what about the instance number? Instance number is like a Aadhaar number. So for every person in our world, we have the one Aadhaar number, unique number, and one Aadhaar name and one Aadhaar number, right? Same as like here in SAP system also, we have to give the one name, one instance number here for identification purpose only. By using these two parameters, so the alpha numeric characters, and by using these parameters, instance number, so we have to connect it. We have to connect to the our SAP systems here by using these 3 parameters here, right? By using these parameters, we have to connect to the SAP here, right? So this is the main thing here. This is the, so we have to connect it here, right? So this is the instance number. Host name means same as like computer name. In the Windows, we will call it as the computer name. In the Linux, we have to tell the, so Linux, we have to call it as the host name. Network means, LAN, ACT, fibers. These all are the networks, right? SAP login pad. SAP login pad means, so to connect to the SAP systems, you need the SAP login pad. So SAP, so SAP, so SAP login pad you required here. SAP login pad. So we have to use it here. SAP login pad. So we have to use it here to connect to the SAP system. We have to use the SAP login pad here. So that is the one thing here. And the MMC SAP management console, right? This is the after you installation of the SAP, all SAP systems comes under the in the MMC list for the Windows based systems. Whatever the SIDs are you have installed, whatever the SIDs are you have installed, all the SIDs will comes under the in this list here. All SIDs will comes under the in this list here. See here, suppose like NWD, ND4, BAL. So like that, how the systems are there here. Same way, your systems also will coming to the picture here. Your systems also will coming to the picture here. So this is called the SID. SID here. All the SIDs will come to here. All the SIDs will come to the in this list here. MMC means list of SAP systems under in the MMC list. Under the MMC list here. Right? List of MMC systems will be in the MMC list here. So this one we have to use it after the installation. This is also we have to use it after the SAP installation is done to connect to the SAP systems. We have to use the SAP logon pad. SAP logon pad we have to use it here. Right? SAP logon pad we have to use it. Right? So putty is to connect to the Linux systems. We have to use the putty to connect to the Linux systems. We have to use the putty icon. We have to use it to connect to the Linux systems. We have to use the so these icons we have to use it here. Okay, so that is the so SAP like browsers, RAM space, software storage, all these things right? So here main thing is which you need to remember SID instance numbers. These things we have to remember, right? So why? Because when we are going to install the SAP system, that time we have to provide the these details. These details we have to provide it. Okay, so that is the reason. Okay, so these are the some technical naming conventions here. So coming to the list of softwares once again. So what are the softwares we required? What are the softwares we required for SAP? For SAP installations. For SAP installation. This is the very one of the important question and point also here. This everybody should know about this one here, right? What are the softwares we required for the SAP installation here? So here coming to the software side, the first software once the operating system is installed, normally OS team will install the operating system. They will allocate the storage, disks, network, everything they will do it, right? They will perform it. Then once they done it, then what is our duties, right? Our duty is we need to download the required softwares. We need to download the required softwares here. So we have to download the required softwares here. Softwares we required for SAP install. We required softwares we have to download it here. So what are the softwares here? The first one, SWPM tool, we have to download it. Right? This is the tool for SAP installation purpose. We required this one. The second one is the exports. Normally SAP standard data, master data will be available in this exports, right? The third one is called the kernel. The fourth one is called the DB and DB client. Both are in the same folder. So then fifth one is called the SAP host agent. So along with so these are the softwares you required. Before that, you need the operating system, then browser, you required all network, you required to download all those things, right? So these and all the mandatory, that's fine, we will do it. But SAP side, these are the these are the softwares we required to download the these are the softwares or tools we required. right? Suppose if you go to the service marketplace, where we have to download it, service.sap.com or me.sap.com. If you go to the software center, we have to download the all the, so all those things we have to download it. All those things we have to download it here. So here we require the S user ID, as I mentioned yesterday. We require the S user ID. That S user ID will be provided by the organization after you joining, right? So, but for now, I can show you how to download here. If we go to the installations we are doing, if you go to the installation and upgrades here by alphabetical index, so suppose you want to download the SWPM. SWPM means yes. So they have maintained the all the softwares by alphabetical wise. So as for SWPM, we can go to the SWPM here, then we can, so we can see the SWPM, all the softwares we can, so we can see it from in the SWPM. Either S means S4 success factors, right? SWPM. So tools, all the tools, all those things we can see it from the S field. S means SWPM success factors, solution man. These all are the SAP products here. These all are the SAP products. Just you can go to the, so SL tool set. In the tools, this is the tool, right? SWPM is the tool. So here you can go to the installation, then you can download the SWPM tool, SWPM tool, SWPM tool. We can download it based upon your operating system, Linux or Windows, whatever it may be. We can download the respective SWPM tool. We have to download it. Respective SWPM tool, we have to download it here. Okay, respective SWPM tool, we can download it. Then, so exports. The for any SAP product installation, the common softwares we have to use it, common procedure here. The only thing is exports will change. For ECC, you need to download the ECC, NetWeaver, S4 exports. So then CRM exports, BW exports. So this related exports, we have to download it. So remaining all the things are common for each and every SAP installation. Suppose this is the S. So if you go to the, if you want to download the ECC, if you want to install the ECC, then ECC exports, you have to download it. ECC exports, go to the ERP 6.0, EHP 8, EHP 8. So then here you can download, go to the installations, then you can download the exports, installation exports, you can download it, right? So installation exports, you can download it here. The same time, so suppose S4 HANA, right? So your HANA, H for HANA softwares, F for Fiori, right? S4 HANA, S for S4 HANA, N for NetWeaver. So depends, C for CRM systems, SAP CRM. So depends upon the product. SAP has a number of products are there. It depends upon the business, right? So depends upon the product. You can go with the downloading the required softwares. Required softwares, we can download it here. K for kernel. So all the kernel files will comes under the K, right? K. If you go to the K, all the kernels will comes under the here. Kernel 64-bit here. So kernel files here, installations. So you select your operating system, Windows. Then you can download the Windows related zip file. You can download it here. Just if you click it here, if you click it here, so the kernel will be downloaded. The kernel zip file will be downloaded. See here, the kernel file is getting downloaded here, right? So like this, we need to download the softwares, right? So DB client, so host agent. So all are host agent. Host agent means H for host agent. H for host agent here. Here you can go for H. Here is the H, HANA, H for HANA, H for host agent here, right? Here, the host agent. So if you go to the host agent here, here you will see the, depends upon the your operating system, you can choose it. So then you can download the, your host agent, you can download it. Host agent, we can download on the Windows basis. Windows, it is the Windows, select your operating system, then You can just click on the button, then the file will be downloaded. The file is getting downloaded, you can see. But here, so here it is, the extension is file type is the SAR file. So SAP related, suppose if it is the PDF dot text, how we have for SAP, we have the dot SAR files are there here, dot SAR file are there. So this host agent is, the role of the host agent is, it's a small service here, small service. It is a agent. It will act as a agent between your operating system and SAP, which means it will pass the your OS level information like CPU, memory, file system space levels, all the details to the SAP. So SAP, there is a transaction codes there, it will track the all the information and everything here. So this is act as a some service here, agent here. DB clients are, DB databases are the to store the SAP level data. So to store the business data, this need. Kernels are the operating system level files, binaries. So when you're installing the SAP, kernels will be installed, means OS level library files. Suppose example, when you install the Windows operating system, you will get the program files, Windows, something like that. You will get the all those things, right? Same as like here, when you install the SAP, this kernel files also will be created. Kernel files also will be created here, right? So say this is the SAP related. So DB related, suppose if it is the HANA, it's HANA is the SAP product, right? HANA also SAP product. HANA related softwares database, HANA is the database, right? You can download the HANA related softwares, you can download it from here. It is the non-HANA, it's a not SAP product. So HANA related things, you can download it from the here in this marketplace. You can installation, the SAR files, we can download it. The zip file we can download from the latest HANA versions, we can download it. This is the database. So it's not the data, it's not the SAP product. Then here, if there is a separate tab here, that is called the databases here. In the databases, you can see SQL Server. You can download the SQL Server related files, patches, you can download it. If it is the Oracle, right? It is the Oracle. So then Oracle, MaxDB, Sybase. So here the files are Oracle. Then Oracle related softwares we can download it from here. Otherwise, so they have their own servers actually, own sites from there also. So there also, so it will be there also. So they're also in the own servers. Own means they have own sites. The Oracle has the own client. If you type it here, Oracle software download, means Oracle website will come from there. We need to download it from here also. We can download it from Oracle website also. They're the free. We can download it. Some softwares are not free, that we need to purchase it here. So like this depends upon the database which you are going. We have to download the all the softwares here. Okay, that is the one thing here, right? So here, so like this, so we have downloaded all the softwares here, right? If you go to the F drive here, so in the F drive we have the SAP softwares here. You can see SAP softwares here. Here we have the, so let me go to the SWPM. I will maintain all the softwares in the one place here so that everybody can understand. So we have the exports, kernel, host agent, then SWPM, host agent all available, and SWPM also available here. Then what is this? It's a NetWeaver exports. Yeah, both are same. What about this one? This is empty.
So then you have already downloaded all the softwares and
Yeah,
kept them.
I downloaded and kept it here. So because if you download it in the class, entire class will take care of the so same timelines here. So that's why I downloaded it already here. So NetWeaver exports NetWeaver. exports, kernel files are available here. So then we have
Like you showed, there are many versions. What versions have you downloaded?
latest versions. We have to just take we are downloading latest versions, then we have to install the latest versions only.
Okay.
The exports means there are always latest versions only available. We have to download the latest versions only. Then after that, tomorrow, suppose tomorrow there is a new version is released, then at that time, so again, do you need to install it? Not required. If there is a update, that time we have to update it, not installation. So there are the tools for update also here. That is also we are going to discuss how to update it here. So here we have the exports. Here we have the NetWeaver exports and kernel, SWPM software. So DB client, I think already installed, I guess DB client. Here Java softwares already there. Why just let's me remove this one to get the free space. It's done. Just doing the some cleanup here. So we have the HANA Studio is available. This is the different. So we have the Oracle client. What is the Oracle database? Oracle client. Kernels, SWPM. So we have the ECC exports, I guess. These all are the ECC exports. Same, only exports. If you are installing the ECC, then ECC exports, we have to take it out here. So if you are not installing the ECC exports, then you need to NetWeaver exports. Only ECC exports will be the different here. So remaining all are same. Remaining all are the same procedure here. Only exports we have the differences. Remaining all are the we have the same here, right? So now softwares also ready. Softwares also ready here. So all good. So now what we have to do now? How to start the installations here? How to start the installation here? Downloading the software is fine. So then how to start the SAP installation here, right? How to start the SAP. It's not like that one softwares are double click it that will be installed, right? Why we are doing this much of hangama? But SAP is the business software. So business software means we have to carefully check the spaces, RAM, all those things. We have to carefully plan it here, right? So then only we have to do the installation. Otherwise, if the SAP software, how much time it will take. So in the previously years back, it will take 12 hours, 13 hours for SAP installation to complete the SAP installations. Then after that, they have slowly decreased. They have adapted the softwares and they have changed it to the 8 hours. Now it's like 5 hours, 6 hours it will take. With the S4 installation, entire whole day it will take it out. ECC, 8 hours, 9 hours it will take. So it is the NetWeaver systems, then 4 to 5 hours it will complete it here. So depends upon the your exports size. It may it may take the time. So they have changed it, but even though it will take, it depends upon the RAM speed, your network, all those things here. So how to start the installation here? To start with the installation, the first you need to open the SWPM tool. In the tool, there is a SAP inst.exe file. You need to open that one here, right? SAP installation can be done using the SWPM tool. So SAP installation, there is a SWPM tool. In the tool, there is a SAP INST. If you double click on the SAP INST, just double click the SAP INST. So your SAP screen, you will get the, it will open the URL in the browser.
So I have one query.
Yes.
The query regarding when you are seeing on the marketplace, there is a HANA version, platform edition, or there is a enterprise edition, I think.
Right.
So what things can you explain?
Yeah, normally these things will covered in the during the HANA administration time, DB administration time. But since you asked this question, so there is a license. SAP released their databases, HANA databases into the market. In the 3 editions, they have released it. Normally in the book, how we will release the market, 3 editions or 4 editions or 2 editions or 1 edition, we will release it, right? Same way, SAP also released their HANA software into the SAP customers. There are 3 editions. One is the enterprise edition, one is the one is the platform edition, the third one is the extended enterprise edition. 3 editions they have released it here. So which means licensing depends upon the licensing and futures. So they have released into the market. So more license. Platform edition is the basic one. Every company will use it. Extended enterprise edition is for the, so it's a more futures. Little bit cost is very high. Suppose if you take the, so extended enterprise edition, that is the very costly, then you will get the more futures, more softwares, more futures, you will get it out. That is the high level summary of the each and every edition. So normally if I tell the outside of the example, what is that? Yeah, when you take the pack, normally we will get the TV packs, right? Subscriptions, TV subscriptions. If you take the one pack, you will get the 10 channels. If you get the one more pack, so maybe a platform pack, you will get the 10 channels. If you get the extend enterprise pack, you will get the 15 channels. And but cost is little bit more. So, but if you take the extended enterprise platform, then you will get the all the channels, right? How we have the differentiation, they have divided. Same way, their HANA softwares, they have divided into the 3 editions here, right? So here, yeah, same, that is the difference here. So here, whatever the user, you can enter the user here, then the password, you have to enter it here. So why? Because as soon as you open the HANA, if you double click on the SWPM tool, just open the F drive, there is a softwares are available. Go to the SWPM tool. If you double click it, it will ask the user ID and password. Then once you enter the user ID and password, so then it will open the SWPM screen, Software Provisioning Manager tool screen here. So in this tool screen here, SWPM, so SWPM screen, you can see why, because here it is opened, it's opened in the Windows box. Why? Because here we are Windows, we are using the, so initially to avoid all the confusions for everybody. Why? Because few members are not expert in the Linux level. So some others are Linux, some other things. So we are doing the small installations on the SAP NetWeaver systems, plus on top of the HANA database, here we are using the Windows operating system. Once you guys are perfect, okay, Windows level, okay, I'm able to do, then we can do the similar things on the Linux also here. Sorry, not the HANA, here SQL server we are using here, small SQL server. So then HANA database we can introduce it. So then ECC we can, the application is anything, the same common SAP installation. The database is the with SQL server, Windows or Linux, how it is using. Then you can guys perfect on the Linux also here. So either you can do installation on the Windows or Linux also we can do it. But first thing, we are starting with the small product installation, NetWeaver product installation, that is the SAP NetWeaver product, and on top of the SQL server database. Why? Because it's a small database, everybody can easily understand what is this, all those things here. So that's the reason we are going with the Windows operating system. Why? Because since you are the new to SAP, to understand, better understanding and to get the more interest, we'll go with the Windows first. Then later Linux, we can go with this one, right? So this is the SWPM screen. Whenever you open the SWPM screen, this is the URL is opened. In this URL, you need to remember the port number. What is the port number for the SWPM tool? SWPM tool port number. It is the 4237 is the port number. 4237 is the port number for the SWPM tool. 4237 is the port number for the SWPM tool here. So this is the very important. This won't change. This port number, it won't change. Very frequently asked question. So have you done the installation? Yes. What is the software SWPM tool? What is the port number? 637 is the port number for the SWPM tool. So here you can see any SAP product installation, either the S4HANA, either the NetWeaver, either the ECC, either the ECC or ERP, CRM, SRM, SEM, MDG, solution man, any SAP product installation, we have to use the common softwares, common product. Why? Because SAP, if you get practice on the one SAP installation, similar way we have to do it on the other SAP systems also. Similar way, we can do the installation on the other SAP systems also, we can do it here. So no worries. So here, either if you want to install SAP, just you need to install the S4. If you want to install the NetWeaver, then NetWeaver you have to expand it. So whatever the product you are going to install it, SWPM is the tool, common software. We have to use it. Common SAP software, SWPM. Remaining all are the commons. Remaining only exports may change it here. Suppose if you are installing the NetWeaver system, then NetWeaver 7.5, you need to choose it here. NetWeaver 7.5, you have to choose it here, right? On which database? Why? Because as I mentioned here, SAP we can install on the any database. SAP we can install on the any database, either the DB2, MaxDB, SQL Server, Oracle, HANA database. Then we can select the SQL Server. Then we are doing the installations, right? Just select the installations. Then installation, your installation, what type of installation you are doing? Application server above. Then here we have the three. We can install the SAP system in the three ways here. Three ways we can install it here. One is the standard, distributed, high availability. Application.
One query. Here we are using a database or application. I think application.
Application we are installing on top of the database. As I mentioned yesterday, SAP is the three-tier architecture. So that SAP will be installed on top of the database. So presentation layer, application layer, DB layer. On top of the DB, you have the application. So when you are installing the SAP application, it will ask the what is the database.
So
what is the database? So we have to provide that. We have to provide the database details here. Then application will store the some of the tables data in this database. So without selecting the database, we cannot install the SAP applications.
no, my query is that first we should install database. No?
Yeah, database we have to install it. The DB is already installed. That's why, as I mentioned, shall we discuss about the DB topic first? You guys told that SAP topics, right? So that's why we are this database already installed. The SQL Server DB already installed here. SQL Server database, it's already installed. It's very simple, but you don't require SQL Server database. No one asked questions on the how to install the SQL Server DB. Why? Because separate DB team for the SQL Server, Oracle, and all those things. You don't need to worry about this one. You need to very concentrate on the SAP and HANA databases. You have to listen. So database installations, I will explain it when we are when we are going to discuss about the DB topics. So that time I will explain the deep database installations, how to install it, how to configure it, on top of how to install. So all those things I will at that time I will explain the DB related things. So but now there is an interlink while doing this configuration. So that's why. So we are discussing about this DB related things we are discussing. So here SQL Server. That's why we are discussing about the SQL Server related things we are discussing now. You don't require now how to install the DB. No one asks questions on the SQL Server database. Only HANA database will ask. So that time I will explain about the HANA database things. Okay. So the SAP installations here, right? Three ways, either the standard installation or distributed or high availability. So what is these three types here? You can choose any type here. Normally any type we can choose it here, right? Either any type, any product. If you want to go for the S4HANA, just go for the S4HANA system. What is the database you want to choose it? Then what is the installation? Then here you need to choose the application server, then standard, distribution, high availability. Any SAP product installation can be done using the SWPM tool. Then yes, you can select the respective product. What is the product you are going to use it? You can choose the respective product. right? Respective product, you can choose it, either the business suite systems or solution manager or IM or MDM, whatever you want to use it, you can use it, right? So then you can just go to the here, select the your data respective database, select the respective database here, then select the your type of the installation here, right? Application server above we are going to install it, not the others, right? Suppose here what option we need to choose it here. So you can install the your SAP system with the following options, either the standard, distributed, high availability. So what does it mean by here? So here the installation standard means in a operating system, if you install SAP, both and database, both are in the one, both are SAP and DB on the, both are in the one host, one Windows server, one operating system. If you install the SAP and database, that is called the, so standard installation. That is called the standard installation. Means SAP is also running on the same host. So database also running on the same host here, right? Suppose here I don't want to install, I have the more, in this way, one operating system license, you are installing the both. Here I have the more license, I don't want to take the risk here. I have one SAP is on the one host, in the one more operating system, then I want to install the one more database, I want to install it here, right? Distributed, this is called the distributed environment. So SAP is here and DB is here. This is called the distributed installations. Standard means SAP and DB both are in the one operating system. Here SAP is in the one operating system, DB is on the one operating system, both are in the different OS. You need to purchase the license for the operating system. Here you have to license for operating systems. So here you need to log in and you need to user. Here you have the users, maintenance cost, here also cost, right? Double. So, but this is a very low risk. Why? Because here it is running on the separate mission. There are no issues, right? Performance issues, no slowness, nothing here. This is called the distributed. So how you want to go further? How you want to go, right? How we want to go? Either standard or distributed. Next one is the high availability mode. High availability procedure here. High availability, which means it's in the high availability, 99% the system is available. Most business critical applications, maybe banking sector, navy, air force, airports, that type of applications are, that type of tools, that type of businesses, they will use the high availability mode, means 100% availability. So what happens if you use the high availability means, in the US data center, you have the SAP. This is the one of the data center SAP, and databases are running on here. So you have the one more data center, same SAP SID, same SAP database are available. So there is a replication concept in the database level to replicate the data from primary to secondary. There is a replication concept, DB to DB. Then so there is a data will be replicated here. Here SAP will connect it. Here SAP will connect it. So SAP is connecting on. Both are up and running here. Primary, secondary, or HADR scenarios, both are up and running fine here. This is in the US, this is in the UK. So some unfortunately, there is a power fluctuation, power outage or natural calamity, then your banking services, this is the banking servers. Your banking servers are down due to the natural calamity, or unfortunately, this is down. Entire your data center is down. Then you have the business in the around the across the world, you have the business. In the US, you have the business down, means servers down. Then you have the data means, and the entire business in the India also, they cannot able to access the sites, right? In the UK also, they cannot able to access the site. All the country, you will get the business loss, right? Business loss activities. So to avoid this kind of things here, what SAP given the one more action is, you can install the SAP in the high availability mode, especially for the production systems. You can do it in the high availability, means 100% availability mode, which means so primary and secondary here. So In case this is down, this will be up, and the users can log into the this application. They can do the transactions from here. If this is down, this is available. User can do the transactions here. Means 100% availability. In one country, if this is down, one more country, one more data center, you have the so no problems. Then they can log in and they can do the business activities and everything. Right? This is called the high availability. But this is a very cost offensive. This is the one. But business is as usual, no impact on the businesses here, especially in the banking sector businesses. Sometimes what happens when we go weekdays, the banking server is down, banking server is busy that time, right? So at the same time, if the server is in the say one of the UK or US is there, suppose like the UK there is a power cuts, network calamity, all the data center is down, it will impact the India operations also, right? Then India business also it will impact. So that time what they will do in another data center, another country, they have the data center with the same data. Then they will bring up the database. They will resume the operations in this database. Then business will run. Business will run as usual. That is called the high availability mode. High availability mode here. So how you want to decide means depends upon the customer how you want to decide. Here we can go with the standard installation or distributed everything. So now ours is a small customer, we can go for the standard or higher, whatever you want, you can choose it here. When you click on the OK button, it will go to the next step here. When you go to the next step here, okay, up to here you can practice it. Maybe you will get confused. So up to this screen, you can practice it. Once it is coming here, we have a lot of things are due here. There are a lot of things are we have to define here, different parameters, review parameters. There are the roadmap steps here. So up to here, so you can do the practice here. Launching the SWPM tool. Go to the SWPM software. Just double click on the SAP INST. Your SAP SWPM. Click on the SAP INST. Your screen will be opened. Right? Up to here, you can do the practice here. Up to here, you can do the practice here. Okay. So up to here, you can do the practice. So log into your respective server. Just to open the SWPM one by one. So why? Because it's a one software, means multiple users can log in at a time, but so people can only use the SWPM tool only one person at a time. Once you complete, other person can do the similar work. They can perform it here. Only one person can do the work here. So then once you complete it, just close the screen and other person can navigate it here. Only installation. So parallel multiple people cannot do multiple things here. Only installation. Remaining things, everything we can log in multiple people, multiple times, multiple hundreds of sessions. We can open it and we can do whatever we want. But only installation perspective. Why? Because all are using the same installation softwares, right? Same tool should survey the all, right? So that's the reason. So only one person just start the SAP INST, you can start it. But log into the system, log into the Windows server, multiple people can log in. See how the multiple people they are logging and they are doing the work. Similar way, you can also log in and you can also do the work. Okay. So like that, you need to start the SWPM tool. Then so complete just